Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. This is scenario 5.4. We're over at the Howling Sands, so advancing the Blessings deck. First item we get is this monster. Not going to pronounce that. Okay, combat 22, immune to cold, mental, and poison. Let's see. Hey, fortunately, in Ahmotep's hand, she has the lightning bolt spell. So, a lightning bolt spell allows her to roll a d10 and 3d6, so gathering up my dice, and since this guy has a weakness to electricity, a d8. So the question is are these 5 dice? Say like I average 3 times 5 is 15, I'm going to be able to add 2. I'm also going to recharge the Anubis staff, which according to Ahmotep's power will give her a d12. Okay, going to roll all these dice and add 2. Let's see what happens. Roll a 3, 6, 6, 2, 2, and a 6. Alright, so that's 9, 10, 11, 17, 18, 19, 25, and I needed a 24. My grand total is actually 27. Alright, good news. Bane is defeated. It says here at the start of your turn at the Howling Sands after a recharge card to have the cold trait. I didn't have any cards that had the cold trait. Rolling to see if I recharge lightning bolts, and I do. Alright, that's what I like about those lower level spells, is you can recharge them a lot easier. Oh, by the way, last adventure for the power feat, I gave Ahmotep the ability that can bump up her knowledge or diplomacy checks by discarding or recharging cards. I'll have to read on that. Okay, recharging my hand. Nothing has the cold trait because we're in the Howling Sands. Advancing the Blessings deck. And we get, wow, we get the villain. Okay, so I didn't examine this card. So he's immune to cold, fire, mental, and poison traits. Okay, so I have a fire spell. Okay, I have the acid splash spell in my hand, which is going to be a d10 and a d6. I can't use my Blessings of Ra because they have the fire trait. I have a Blessing of Abdar in my hand, which I'm discarding to allow me to roll an additional die. So a d10, gathering that. Then I'm going to recharge my Explorer staff so that I can use Ahmotep's power to add a d12. Let's see, then I have the Ally Sophronia in my hand. I can discard this card to add 2d6 and the magic trait. So he's not immune to the magic trait. An additional 2d6 added to the roll. And that is the limit of the dice I can gather. So this guy's a combat 32. Let's see if I can go. So with this roll I can add 2 to this roll. So adding 2 to this roll. So we get a 5. A 5 is a 10. And a 4 is 14, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I could bump it up to a 26, but unfortunately we needed a lot better roll than that. So as it is, we're going to take a whole bunch of damage. So we are going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, use Ahmotep's power, where I can recharge a card to add +2 to the roll. That way I'll save the card. I'll take the rest of the damage, have to discard my entire hand. Sky Pharaoh gets shuffled back in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and roll to see if I recharge my Acid Splash spell. And I don't. Ouch, that really hurts. Okay, shuffling up the location deck. Let's see, maybe there'll be some interesting item that'll help me defeat that Sky Pharaoh. Wow, those are like my best cards too, and pretty much came up short. Okay, so resetting my hand, advancing the Blessings deck. At the start of my hand, I have a okay, so nothing. Actually, I have a Frost staff in my hand, so that has a cold trait. I have to recharge that card, and then exploring. Okay, so we get the augury spell. Okay, intelligence 4. or intelligence arcane 6. My arcane is D10 plus 2. Okay, so I gained the augury spell. So let's see, I think what I'm going to, it says here, discard this card and choose a type of card and examine the top 3 cards of your location deck. It says then return the remaining cards to the deck. So I'll go ahead and gain the augury spell. I'm just deciding whether or not I want to use it. At this point, tough call. I mean, I think, you know what? I kind of want to use it, but I kind of don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold on to it. And then, what I'm going to do, I guess I'm just going to reset my hand. I'm going to just advance the blessings deck. Okay, we're doing an exploration. So it says here, I didn't examine this card. So, intelligence, perception, arcane. Okay, so my arcane is a D10 plus 2. So it says here, while displayed, damage dealt to you is dealt to each character at your location. When you suffer a scourge, each character at your location suffers that scourge. This is more like a flavor text curse. I mean, yeah, I failed, but at the same time, I'm really not too concerned about it. Okay, so for a barrier, that was pretty awesome. Advancing the blessings deck. Okay, we get the Desert Trapper. So let's see. So this is level 5. So he's increased by 5. So we got a 12 here. So I can only play 1 card on my check to defeat. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Sirocco spell, since I can't use that against the villain. So it's an arcane skill, which is a D10 plus 3D8. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Doing that plus 2. Oh, why can't I get a roll like this when I'm fighting the villain, right? So look at that, 15, 22, 24, yeah. So this guy is banished, no worries. Okay, rolling to see if I recharge the Sirocco spell, or the Sirocco. So I rolled a 6, 7, 8, I needed a 13. That's what makes those high level spells a problem, because you can never recharge them. So resetting my hand, advancing the blessings deck. Unfortunately, I have an Ice Storm spell that I have to recharge because of the Howling Sands. Hey, and he's back. Alright, well, this guy's being really annoying. Fortunately, I have the Acid Jet spell. So I can use that spell against him. It's going to be my arcane skill, D10, plus a D6. If I can find a D6, there it is. So then I have the Ahmotep Clansman. I also have Idori in my hand. Idori is just going to give me a D4. So I'm going to recharge the Ahmotep Clansman. I can add a D6 against a card that has a trigger trait. I have the Crocodile Skin Madu, which gives me a D4. Alright, and that's it. That is all I got. Wow, not a lot. Alright, rolling these dice and adding 2. So I rolled a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. And I can recharge a card. I'll recharge Idori to add plus 2. So I take all that all that fire damage. Fortunately, I have a Djinn Favor Amulet. I can reduce all damage dealt to you by 2. So I can lose 2 of that, stop 2 of that. I can recharge it, and then I can recharge a random card in my discard pile. I can do that before I lose all my other cards. Alright, so rolling to see which card I recharge from my discard pile. So I recharged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also recharge another Blessing of Ra. Not the best thing to do. Okay, he gets shuffled back into the deck. Let's see. Randomly determining which card is at the top of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one. Okay, resetting my hand. Fortunately, I still have cards in my library. So I'm fortunate there. I got the Lightning Bolt spell. Very useful. Advancing the Blessings deck, I have to recharge the Frost Staff since it has the Cold trait. And let's see what we get. Hey, and he's back. Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good about this one because he's immune to Cold, Fire, Missile. So I got the Lightning Bolt spell, D10, 3d6. Okay, feeling good about this. 3d6. I am recharging the Explorer's Staff so that I can add a d12. Then, is that it? Wow. Alright, well that's it. That's all we got. We got a Blessing of Khepri. Let's see if that helps us out. Okay, these dice. And we are adding, trying to straighten that out. Okay, these dice, adding 2 to the result. Let's see what we get. Oh, so we get an 11 and a 4. It's 15. 16 and a 6 is 20 something. Okay, so adding it up, 10, 12, 13, 14, 24. I needed a 32. Well, I do have the Blessing of Khepri, which I'm going to discard, so I can turn that 1 into a 6. So I get 12, 13, 14, 18, 19. So I get a 29. So 29. I used the Lightning Bolt spell, which doesn't really give me any buffs, but it's my Arcane skill plus 2 with the Arcane. So let's do a final check here. So we get 10, 16, 18, 19, 29, 30, 31. So my grand total is 31. I can use Ahmotep's special power to recharge a card to add a plus 2 to the roll, and hence we defeat the Sky Pharaoh. Alright, rolling to see if I recharge my Lightning Bolt spell, and I don't, so it gets discarded. Alright, let's see if I survive this adventure. I'm resetting my hand, and fortunately I still had 8 cards in my library. Actually, I still had 12 cards in my library. So we defeat the Sky Pharaoh. Pretty amazing villain. 3rd time's the charm, I guess. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so looking at the reward for this scenario, because let's go ahead and do some technical difficulties here. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do now is this location is closed. As you saw for that adventure, Ahmotep really didn't get a lot of loot. So she didn't get any loot that she can trade with a trader. So as it is, sorry for that. That's kind of blurry there. Alright, let's straighten this out. Okay, so we get the skill feat. Here we go. This is the skill feat card. That's a card list. Okay, so Ahmotep, for this scenario, she gains a skill feat. Let's see if that settles in there. And still blurry. Wonder why that is. I guess it's just the camera isn't that great. So we'll switch it out a little. Okay, so we get a skill feat for Ahmotep, and of course we've already maxed out her dexterity, we've maxed out her wisdom, we've maxed out her charisma. So our choice for the skill feat is either going to be intelligence, arcane. She's having a lot of difficulty recharging her spells, so we might have to bump up the intelligence. Strength, I don't really think she needs. Constitution, so it's a toss-up between Constitution and Intelligence. I think the way it's playing out these days, it's going to have to be the Intelligence. So we're going to go ahead and do that as a skill feat right there. And there we have it. So like I say, didn't really acquire a lot of loot, can't go to a trader. That was pretty awesome. Epic location. I like that villain. I liked how it took 3 times to defeat him. So hopefully you enjoyed that scenario, and I'll have another scenario up shortly. Alright, thank you. Have a great day.